So now we're in the Royal Opera House in Muscat. Another impressive building.
That is one of the largest organs in the world. Also, that organ is considered the largest movable pipe organ in the world. It weighs, that piece of the stage back there, 550 tons. It has 4,542 pipes with 70 stops. It's not uncommon to see an organ inside an opera, I know, but the late Sultan loved this instrument and he wanted to make this opera very special by adding this organ. It was designed in a city called Oman in Germany by a company called Kleis. Now when I say movable, right now that organ is pushed 15 meters backwards. It depends on the mood of the stage. In the theater mood and in the orchestra mood, we push the organ backwards. Because usually in these two modes, we host either an opera or a ballet. And the operas and the ballets, we don't use the organ. So we push it backwards to create more space for the theme or the decor of that event that we'll be hosting. To give you an example about each mode, we have three modes. We have the theater mode. This is the theater mode. We want to change it to the orchestra mode. In the front part of the stage, this piece of the stage in the front until the frame there. When we want to change the stage into the orchestra mode, this piece of the stage in the front goes to the -1 floor, where we call it the orchestra bit. We place the orchestra will be playing in -1 floor. We'll be watching the opera in the back or the ballet on the back. The common thing between these two modes is that we'll be having in these two modes in total 850 seats. But we're having a third mode as well in this stage. We call it the concert mode. The concert mode is the best view for the stage. It looks completely different than the two modes, the theater and the orchestra. To give you an example about the concert mode, in the concert mode, the first thing will happen is that see the front piece of the stage until the frame there, it goes to the -3 floor down there. Why? Because right now in -2 floor under us in this area there's 250 seats. So what will happen? This piece of the stage, this part of the stage on the front reaches to the -3 floor. The seats in -2 floor under us will come forward there and then upward. So rather than having a piece of the stage here in the front, we'll be having 250 seats. In total there will be 1,100 seats. At the same time, see the front row of balconies here, the three balconies in the front, and the three balconies there in the front. If you look closely, you find the first row there and here right now is pushed forward. They are looking like this. They are not in a straight line. So the whole row will be pushed backwards. So basically what will happen, see these three balconies will be pushed backwards to be in a straight line with the balconies on the back. Even this frame here will be pushed backwards to look like the frame there. So the whole thing will be pushed backwards. The third thing will happen is that, see this big brown frame, it will split into three parts, one on the left, one on the right will slide inside the walls, the one on top will go on the ceiling. There will be no frame at all. And finally, where we push the organ, only in the concert mode we push the organ forward. So that organ, that piece of the stage, that 550 tons, will be pushed forward. See the end of the decor there, where the pool, it will come forward after attached with the balconies there. The one on top will be attaching with the ceiling. The one here will be attaching with the balconies here. So there will be no gaps there. It will look like a one piece. That stage with the auditorium here. All of this movement doesn't take us more than 15 minutes to change a mood to another mood. This kind of technology is the first of its kind in the world. We have it here in the Royal Opera House in Muscat. Some of the operas around the world, they might have more than one auditorium used for the concerts, one for the orchestras. But here in the stage of the Royal Opera House, we designed 3 stages in one auditorium. We are as well the first opera to have this individual screens you can see in front of you. It's used for the translation of the opera shows. You can see the subtitle in English and Arabic in front of you. We have another screen, the one on top there. You can see the translation there, all from the screens on front of you. When it comes to the royal box or the sultan seats, it's there in the middle, where the 3 lights in the first row. There where the sultan sits. It's a box only for the sultan. To add more, we use no kind of microphones or speakers in this auditorium. It was designed in a way that if you are sitting in the front seat or the last seat in the back, you'll be hearing the same level of sound without no speakers. So you'll be hearing the opera and natural sounds loud and clear. All the design you see inside this auditorium is Omani designs. For example, the designs on the balconies is taken from something called al-Mandous. Mandous is a safe box. We used to have it in every Omani house in the past. What's special about it is that it has to be decorated with the same decoration you see on the balconies. So we crafted these balconies and we covered it with gold leaf to look like al-Mandous. The dress code for attending any shows here will be official for men. No jeans are allowed. For women is to cover the shoulders and their knees. It's a dress code that is applied in most of the operas around the world. And if you have any questions, anything you'd like to know more about the opera, feel free to ask.